What's up, everybody? Cinephile Mike is here, and we are in Season 4 of Awards Season Reviews. We're counting down to the 98th Oscars in 98 days with 98 reviews. Quick reminder, if you don't want to miss any of them, you know what you got to do. Subscribe to the channel so you can see everything you're looking to find out about the awards this season. We are wrapping up our 8th theme week today. We're wrapping up Indie Week. This week was dedicated to the films that are in the running for the Independent Spirit Awards, which are coming up in about 2 weeks, and possibly some other awards along the way. This gives you a bit of a break if you've been looking for something to take your mind off some of your Oscar viewing. Today, I am looking at Bleecker Street's Rebuilding. Written and directed by Max Walker-Silverman, the film premiered at Sundance just over a year ago and then had its theatrical release this past fall in November. After a devastating wildfire wipes out large swaths of the Rocky Mountain region, Rebuilding follows Dusty, played by Josh O'Connor, a man left suddenly untethered from everything. After bouncing between friends' couches and a hotel and his resources quickly drying up, Dusty finds himself living in a FEMA trailer on the outskirts of the burn zone. There, he's surrounded by others trying to piece their lives back together, including single mother Molly, played by Callie Reis, plumber Art, played by David Bright, adorable elderly ladies Gertie, played by Nancy Moreland, and Esmeralda, played by Kathy Rose, and couple Darla, played by Janine London, and Derek, played by Binky Griptite. Knowing that the situation is temporary, Dusty plans to relocate to Montana and start over, so he initially keeps some emotional distance from those around him as a way to protect himself. Now, as Dusty settles into this kind of temporary, fragile new normal, his ex-wife, Ruby, played by Megan Fahey, encourages him to spend more time with their young daughter, Callie Rose, played by LaTorre. Their reconnection brings moments of tenderness and routine back into Dusty's life, even as uncertainty looms over his future. While he tries to stay focused on leaving, the pull of fatherhood becomes harder to ignore, complicating his plans and forcing him to reconsider what moving forward might actually look like. At the same time, Dusty's growing relationships within the trailer community challenge his instinct to remain detached. Shared meals, conversations, and small acts of kindness begin to form bonds that feel both comforting and dangerous, given how temporary everything is. As Dusty weighs his options, staying connected versus starting fresh elsewhere, Rebuilding quietly tracks a man caught between loss and possibility, navigating the emotional aftermath of disaster while searching for stability in a world that no longer feels solid beneath his feet. Josh O'Connor, I have to say, he continues to be quietly defining himself as one of the most compelling actors of his generation, and Rebuilding gives him the space to do exactly what he does best. His performance as Dusty is restrained, internal, and deeply human, built on small gestures, pauses, and the weight of what goes unsaid. O'Connor never pushes for sympathy. Instead, he lets the audience sit with Dusty as he processes loss, displacement, and uncertainty in real time. That approach is echoed beautifully. I mean, LaTorre as Callie Rose is wonderful and gives an emotionally grounded performance beyond her years. Their scenes together feel so natural. You know, it's just this idea of father and daughter finding themselves once again. Amy Madigan, who I didn't reference in the synopsis, she, in a strikingly tonal shift, different role from what we saw her do in Weapons as Aunt Gladys. She adds such a warmth and steadiness as Bess, Celia Rose's grandmother and Dusty's mother-in-law. You know, she offers another soft emotional anchor for this film that's just all about, you know, connections. Max Walker-Silverman once again proves, as he did with A Love Song, that he has an exceptional ability to extract and pull deep emotion from simplicity. He avoids convoluted plotting or unnecessary side stories, opting instead for just an honest portrait of a man trying to figure things out one step at a time. The script smartly sidesteps, melodrama, even in moments where it would be very easy to kind of make that conflict be more present. For example, the relationship between Dusty and Ruby, it's a perfect example. It could be a little more tenuous, but it's not. This film just presents two people who grew apart and remain committed to doing right by their child. It's this restraint that gives the film real emotional credibility. I mean, look at the title. Rebuilding carries a quiet weight, encompassing not just the physical aftermath of disaster, but the emotional labor of reconstructing relationships, identity, and purpose all at once. Visually, the film is just as thoughtful. Alfonso Herrera Salcedo's cinematography, reuniting him with Walker-Silverman, it captures the heart of the story through, intimate framing and expansive landscapes. Close-ups allow private moments of connection to unfold, while wide shots, of the surrounding mountains emphasize both the isolation and possibly reflecting, that distance that Dusty is trying to cross. The film breathes in those spaces, and it's supported by a wonderful country-inflected score by James Elkington and Jake Xerxes Fusel. And, it complements without overwhelming the film. And it all just, it comes together so beautifully. Now, let's talk about the box office and the awards. Unfortunately, by the end of its run, the film made $153,326 domestically and $236,333 internationally, for a worldwide total of $389,659. Critically, the film currently sits with a 93% tomato meter from 70 critical reviews and a 92% on the popcorn meter from over 50 audience reviews. Award season-wise, Callie Reis has the sole Independent Spirit Award nod for Best Supporting Performance. Named one of the top 10 independent films of the year by the National Board of Review, Rebuilding has received several nods and wins from varied festivals and critic circles, including 2 wins for O'Connor for Best Body of Work from the San Diego Film Critics Society Awards and the Columbus Film Critics Association, combining his work here with what a year he had, right? The Mastermind, The History of Sound, Wake Up Dead Man. His moment's coming. I feel it. So where do I land? I am ending this week strong. This is a beautiful, simple, 5-star film that really deserves more attention than it got. To watch this one, there's no streaming information as of yet, but it is available for digital rental or purchase on most platforms. And it's definitely one to take a look at. All right. Thank you all for joining me for episode 56 of Awards Season Review, Season 4. We've only got 42 days left, so make sure you stay with me. Be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, share it with your friends, drop your thoughts in the comments. You can follow me everywhere on social platforms, on Letterboxd, and of course, head over to cinephilemike.com, where I'll be back, and, there's even more movie reviews and movie goodies. All right, I'll be back tomorrow with the next review and the next theme. But until then, this is Cinephile Mike saying take a break and watch something new.